They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Sherman. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Vikings at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
On 2nd down, Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Back to throw. Anthony steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Anthony. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down. Anthony forced under pressure again, and down he goes again. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation, because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1st down, Green Bay.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Rodgers now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sherman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Packers 21, Vikings nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Nwonger now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Come on.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Rig alert, rig alert. Ready?
Throwing again. Anthony. And that'll be incomplete.
Rock incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Three.
Back to throw. Anthony.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away at incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ready?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
Cowboy 80.
A 3-yard loss on the play.
On fourth down, Anthony. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Anthony.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get 300! Get 300! Go to 50! Hey, you block over here!
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll go again to Jones. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
26.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 9 yards.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Hauled in over the middle by Reagor.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw again.
Open man, it's Reagor. He's got it.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Anthony. And he fires one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A 52-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
26. Come out. Hey, 626.
Rodgers now on first down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Hey, 88, 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's going to air one out. And it's a Packers touchdown.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Anthony. He's got a man. Complete. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Ready, check. 19 right.
They'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Brings up 2nd down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Anthony.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
50. Hey, you block over here. 26. Come out.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Anthony. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Anthony. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Okay, ready.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Anthony. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On first down, Rodgers. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset buttons.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 34. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed...
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road.